effort from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He got one chance and he took it. And he's also taken the second frame. We're 1-1. Can't wait for more of this.
As my colleague on the golf, Peter Alice, might say, have at thee, Sir Percy. It's already good stuff, isn't it? Just let me update you with what's been going on the other side of the dividing wall, because Ali Carter has taken the first frame in this match against the Crucible new boy, Jamie Jones. First time in the quarterfinals here. In fact, first time in the quarterfinals of any event for Jamie. But Ali knocking in a break of 58 at the end to seal the first of them. So Carter, first blood to him in that one against Jamie Jones. Nice shirt, Jamie, by the way. But what do you make, Steve and John, of what we've been seeing on the other side of the table? Because, as I say, it's riposte and parry, isn't it?
It is, and you know, we've seen that both players in an exceptional form already in this championship. Robertson's long potted in the first frame was outstanding, a long ready knocked in, and O'Sullivan there, well, he's in amongst the balls, had an absolutely monster piece of fortune. I mean, this is a good shot in itself to knock this in and to cut it in the corner, but you cannot dream of having a positional shot like this work out for you. And the black's come perfect pace down the table, right next to the red. I mean, honestly, that is just a snooker player's nirvana. Indeed,
yes, and a little apology to go with it. When you look at the head-to-head matches between these two, 7 wins to 3 for Ronnie, but and significantly, he's won 4 of the last 5 in the series. So it's been the momentum has been all with Ronnie over the last couple of seasons. But how different a player do you think in the last 18 months or so has Robertson become?
Well, I think obviously winning the World Championship raises your pride bar higher. You're a different player afterwards. You've got to cope with the expectation of that. But I think Neil Robertson's done that very well indeed. I mean, these two players, as we've seen this tournament unfold, they've certainly looked to me like the two form horses. You could argue it's a shame they are meeting in the quarterfinals, to be quite honest, but I'm sure it's going to be an absolute cracker. I can't make my mind up who's going to win it.
Yep, well, so far it's been very enjoyable stuff. Hope you're watching it and enjoying it at home.
Yes, and Ronnie's break-off shot just left the red sticking out, and that's all he needs. Neil Robertson, fantastic potter. And he's just nudged the green, and the fact he's looking down at the reds, well, it's a tricky little shot, but it looks like he's going to take it on. Cutting it back into the far left corner. And was able to hold the cue ball. He'd like to have been a little straighter on this red, but if he can't get through to the black, certainly the pink's available.
Well, he had to get quite a bit of power into that, but that's a careless one from Neil Robertson.
Don't shout out anymore, please, thank you.
It might be a costly one. He took his eye off the pot because he was trying to hit the pack and then screw the white back. So, Ronnie O'Sullivan back at the table a lot quicker than he thought he would be.
Just shows you, and we talked about fractions. If he'd have been straight on that red, he could have just stunned it in or rolled through for the black, but because he was just slightly off straight, he felt as though it was an opportunity to bring reds into play. And of course, the more pace, the pocket's not going to accept it unless it's very accurate. So he missed a red in the middle in the last frame, which then let Ronnie in. You can't make mistakes and let Ronnie O'Sullivan in with easy starters. That's asking for trouble.
No, that's not the best. He didn't hit the red he was intending to cannon into. Oh, that would be a bonus if there was a plant into the corner pocket. And he's looking to see if he can get nicely on the black and what he would leave. So the plant must be pretty close, even though there's a bit of distance between the two reds. Oh, if this goes in, what a bonus. No. In fact, he's probably pleased now he didn't make the plant because he didn't put the cue ball exactly where he wanted. Well, he He's almost tight on the cushion. This is a tough pot. And the yellow is just as difficult if he's going to take it on, but striking off the cushion. There's only John Parrott I can think of that would have knocked that in. He was brilliant off the cushions. The yellow was just a bit too much, but
Neil Robertson, what?
He's got second best. And at first glance, nothing easy to just nestle onto. Oh, can he get past the yellow to see enough of the cushion? This is going to come off 3 cushions to get into the reds. I mean, not guaranteed to get it safe. There's the second cushion. Here's the third cushion. That's near the black.
Oh, and a miss. Neil Robertson, 7.
Now, Neil's coming around to look at the one in the middle pocket to see if he can take it on and get on the black. Wasn't a good angle to. He would have had to play it with pace into the middle pocket to screw back to the black. Didn't like it. So Ronnie's going to attempt this difficult escape again. And as I say, even if he hits the red, not guaranteed to get it safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the sort of line. Second line's out a little bit, but along that, that's where he's trying to nestle into somewhere near there.
Foul. And a miss. Neil Robertson, 4.
He's going to do well to land on that red and leave everything safe. He really is.
Okay.
He had 10 attempts at one yesterday trying to get out of a snooker. Eventually he did hit it. Has he got away with that? I don't think so. Had he hit that red full ball, it would have been easier than this. But being a left-hander, it's slightly more difficult. Can he reach this?
Yeah, as you say, Dennis, if he'd have been right-handed, then this wouldn't have been a problem. He's putting the extension on. It's made easier, this pot, if he doesn't have to do a lot with the cue ball. If he can just drop it in, then you'd fancy him to get it. But, well, if he's going to have to sit half on the table, he's really at full stretch. I think he needs the spider here.
He certainly does, John. And he's quite a tall lad, Neil. He's about 6'2", something like that. Yeah, it would have been a lot easier. In fact, I thought when we first seen this, it was going to hit this red full ball, and if it had hit it full ball, it would have been so easy. But once it slipped into that position, it's the old spider. And there you can see the V shape in the spider where the cue rests. He's played it well. For some reason, years ago, they had a U shape in the spider, and your cue used to get stuck in it when you sent it through.
I know. And we played with that for years, didn't we? Until, you know. But now the V. We just do the loop. As you push the cue through and the cue gets thicker, it was getting stuck. And he's rolled the black in. He's on this red to the left corner, but if he's running into other reds, he's got a little bit of work to do. If he's straight, it's no problem. Just roll it in for the black in the opposite corner. Oh, it's straight enough. No problem.
9.
So this is a decent chance. Already got a 19-point lead. Well, in fact, he's looking. He's a little bit straighter than he would have liked on the black. Well, it's not a very good shot that from Neil
16.
because we could see the line of it. He was going to come back and catch the red on the side cushion. If he knew that, he shouldn't have played it as hard, probably.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to catch that red full ball rather than half ball. This is a tricky cut.
17.
Well, he's knocked it in, but tricky Brown to follow. He's such a good potter. He has great confidence in his potting ability. But that little pocket, the one that he missed a red in the last frame, has caught him out again.
Yeah, it's quite a straightforward pot if you're just rolling it in, but when you're punching it in, as he had to do to get on his next red, they're much more difficult. So can Ronnie capitalise on that? That's a sweet positional shot because he hit that quite pacey with stun and the cue ball didn't move very far. And another delicate little screw shot. It's just a delight to watch when he's in amongst the balls.
Nine.
Imperative, he got past the brown and he only
16.
just scraped past it.